How's everybody doing tonight? Hope hope people aren't getting too flooded out like we are. We've been getting a ton of rain here lately. The last couple of days been ridiculous. I think they said we gotten about 6 inches last night and today. Supposed to get another inch or two tonight. So I'm definitely getting flooded out. They shut down 7 or 8 roads today due to flooding. So it's been pretty crazy. Hey PC, how you doing? Having a pretty good night tonight? Hey Tanya, how you doing? Hope you're having a good night. Hope you had a good day too. Figured I'd do a live tonight before it got too late. Just kind of check in, see how everybody's doing. I appreciate it, Tanya. Like I said, we've been getting a lot of rain. A lot of rain. Had 5 to 6 inches in the last 24 hours. And talking another inch or two tonight, so we've definitely been getting flooded out. But it is what it is, I guess. It's that time of year. It's the time of the year where we get floods every other week. Flash floods. A lot of businesses were flooded out today. Want to get a Tim Wills basketball game. We get it. I don't know if they have. That's awesome, PC. Sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, you gotta work to everything. That'd be a lot of fun, though, that's for sure. You guys definitely have a lot of hogs out in Oklahoma. Yeah, PC. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we got that much rain. We had 5 to 6 inches in the last 24 hours, and talking another inch or two tonight. So it's been crazy. A lot of the businesses were flooded out this morning. They shut 7 or 8 roads down today. A lot of the kids had to stay home because they couldn't get out. The buses couldn't get down the roads. So it's crazy. But like I said, it's that time of year where we get those flash floods every 2 or 3 weeks. We got a public access that's by a campground, and where the creek normally is, they have a concrete bathroom they've built there, and it's, I'd say, probably a good 70, 80 yards from the creek, and it was completely underwater. That usually happens about once every 2 or 3 years, and the rain last night did it, put it underwater. So it's a crazy amount of water, and I bet it's 10 foot tall. So the creek was, or the river was 100 foot out and 10 foot tall at that place. So they're definitely up a lot. We have a lot of places where the bridges go over the creeks or the rivers, and the bridge would be 20, 25 feet above it, and the water was touching the bridge or over the bridge. So we've definitely had a lot of flooding last night and today. It rained most of the day, and we're gonna get more tonight, so it's crazy. Hey, Internet Vet, how you doing tonight? Hey, Xander, I think your name's Xander, right? How you doing tonight? Appreciate you guys coming in. Hey, Billingsley, how you doing? Yeah, Tanya, it's a lot of rain, that's for sure. Makes it hard to do things. We was going to just wanted to drive around today to look at some of the creeks and stuff like that, but it's gas is too expensive, so we decided not to. Yeah, we definitely couldn't fish right now. The creeks are way, 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 way too up right now. I think a lot of them they're 15, 20 feet high, higher than normal. So I mean it's crazy. So and no, I haven't been doing any fishing. Have the last week and a half I haven't done anything. Help my mom pretty much. Help my mom and then helped get the funeral ready. That's what I did all last week was help my mom and get the funeral ready. Doing I did the slideshow and uh, I did all that. We got a lot of that stuff ready and it took a long time. Go through all the pictures, get the pictures ready and stuff like that. So there's a lot to do last week. Yeah, I'm still doing the fire department. It's in a what do they call it? I can't think what they call it, but we're volunteered to the fire department, but we have to go to 3 meetings, and then they will vote on, if we have what something that they could benefit from if they want us on it, pretty much. What we could offer, kind of thing. So the next meeting they're gonna do the voting on that. We'll see how that goes. But if they, I want to get on this fire department, but if that don't work out, there's another fire department that I'm going to I volunteer to. Gonna go fishing more and record it. That's awesome, PC. Definitely couldn't do any fishing right here, right now. That's for sure. Doing good, Billingsley. Xander. I see. Alright. At least I know what to say now, Xander. Yeah, that's pretty much what I mean, all of yesterday and today's been flooding. Um, I mean, for the most part, our driveway was completely underwater. We had, of course, the mud puddles in our driveway. A lot of them were, 4 to 6 inches deep. My daughter loved jumping in those. But then the whole driveway was under about an inch of water. I mean, you couldn't hardly walk around outside without getting soaked. I've been going out in the shop and getting some stuff down out there, trying to get it organized a little better. So, still got a lot to do. Still got to go through a lot of my dad's stuff and get that done. Help my mom out a lot. So, how's everybody else's day been? Has anybody else been getting crazy rain like we have? I know. I think it was about central Oklahoma and central Kansas, all the way through Missouri. Pretty much, they got the storm last night. I think some of Iowa and Arkansas. And then I think tonight was going to be down in Texas also. And then farther east, possibly over to Illinois, I think, is kind of what was going on tonight. But they're saying we're going to get another inch or two. But a lot of rain, that's for sure. Never had enough water in the river or a boat all beach season. Now it's 3-4 thankful. Yeah, as I said, most of our rivers and creeks are way above the bank. I mean, um, tomorrow, if we're able to get out, we might go look at a couple places. I would have really liked to go in today, but we just kind of decided not to because gas is so expensive, and I don't want to spend 20-30 bucks just to go look at a few creeks. So we didn't do that today, but we might go down to the next town and look at some creeks there and see what they look like. But yeah, there's a lot of creeks that were 20 foot above what they normally are. Xander, that works. I think last time you was on a live, I think I was just calling you X or something like that. X. So yeah, lots and lots of rain. Yeah, we went to get gas today, and it's gone up another 20 cents in the last time we got gas was, I want to say like Tuesday, and it's 20 cents more today than it was Tuesday. And diesels also went up another 20 cents. So it's crazy. I guess I'm kind of glad my truck's broke down because there's no way I could afford to drive it around right now. Diesel here has been over $5 a gallon for about 2 weeks now. It's just crazy. Yeah. But has anybody else got anything going on today? Anybody else getting flooded out or anything like that? Had any tornadoes close to you? I know they've had some out in Kansas in the last week or so. 389, yeah. I think it was 388 today, I guess. Just crazy. Hey, Deer Slayer, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, I don't know. Gas keeps going up. It's gonna get hard to do anything. That's for sure. Every time the gas goes up, the groceries go up. Doing good, Deer Slayer. Despite everything that's been going on, I'm doing pretty good. So I decided to. This is kind of funny, but I decided today. Me and my wife were talking. Kind of decided last night, but today decided that I was not going to take that job at O'Reilly's. That or right now, just wasn't the right time to do that. And so I called up there to let them know, and the store manager answered, and I told her who I was. I said, "This is Jamie Blakely." And she said, "Oh," and then hung up. I was like, "Well, okay." So I called again, and my cousin answered that works there, and I told him that I was trying to talk to the manager. I said, but um, I called, and when I said my name, she just said, "Oh," and hung up. He's like, "Oh, well, we've been having phone issues today." He's like, "So that's probably the problem." I said, "Okay." So he transferred me to her, and she answered the phone. I said, hey, I said, this is Jamie Blakely. I was calling about the interview I came in for on Monday. I said, I talked to my wife, and we kind of decided that right now just wasn't the right time to take the job. She's like, okay, hung up again. It's like, really? It's like, well, if that's how you are, I'm sure glad I didn't take that job because me and you wouldn't have got along at all. Because I don't deal with people like that at all. I don't deal with it. It's crazy in Missouri, gas the same price as Iowa. Yeah, I know. There's people from Illinois and stuff like that commenting on my Facebook post. They're like, oh, it must be nice. Ours is $4.15 a gallon or this and that. And it's like, you guys realize your gas is always like 20 cents more a gallon than ours is. Has been for years. And that's usually because of, you know, your state taxes is the main reason why your gas is, a few cents more than ours. And yeah, I don't know. I just made a post about the gas prices on Facebook today, and a whole bunch of people are commenting on there. Oh, it must be nice. Oh, you're lucky. And it's like, yeah, I'm lucky that gas is $4 a gallon. Okay. Mr. Box came in the mail, was camping, and I thought someone stole the package. I don't know if the package was gone for the blue and suspicious. That's crazy. Was it good, or was anything damaged in it? Hey, Judith and Dan, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. I hope everything in the box was good. Yeah, no. The prices of everything right now are crazy. Like in Missouri, when I do get chewed, because it's always cheaper right now. Yeah, the wind is crazy. Yeah. We've had some crazy wind here. It's kind of died since all the rains came in. The wind's died down quite a bit, but we had a few weeks there that the wind was ridiculous. I appreciate that, Judith and Dan. It works pretty good. I used it and I caught. I've had lots of people use it, and I've caught lots of stuff on it. I've had lots of people catch stuff on it. There's a nuisance trapper in Louisiana that uses it a lot, and he's got all kinds of things from skunks and raccoons and groundhog. Uh, I think he actually caught a bobcat on it, if I remember right. I don't know. Yeah, Billings, that's how it is here. A lot of people that buy tobacco, they go into Oklahoma towards the Indian reservation because you can get tobacco a whole lot cheaper there. Here, I've been crazy the last day or two here. How's it been? Doing good here, Scab. Appreciate you coming in. And yeah, life is just crazy anymore. And every day that goes by, life is more crazy. That's for sure. Yeah, Dale, that was a good video. It was a great video, actually. Very informative. But, it's another one of those things. There'll always be somebody else that wants more. One of the things I get all the time is I get at least 2 or 3 emails a week, and I get some phone calls of people that just want me to send them a catalog. And I'm just like, I don't have a catalog. I'm like, you can go visit my website. Everything I have is on the website, but I don't have a catalog. And they always say, well, how come? And it's like, well, I'm bringing in new product all the time. Sometimes I'm getting rid of product, and prices change a lot, and catalogs are very expensive. And they're just like, oh, well, okay. And then that's the last you heard of them. And it's like, sorry, I couldn't help you, but I have a website. The website's free to go to. I don't know. Alright, Xander, I appreciate you coming on here. I hope you have a good night, man. Anytime, Dale. It was a great video. Judith Dan sent you an email a little bit ago. Oh, Scab, I was gonna tell you something. I think I think you co-conspirated a spam call to me today. I remember saying the other day you was gonna call me to ask a couple questions about those traps, and today I got a phone call from North Carolina, and I was like, okay. I said, that's probably Scab calling me. And so I answered. It was not Scab. It was a guy wanting to talk to me about car insurance. I just hung up. I was like, that's very, very interesting. So thought I was going to get a phone call from North Carolina, and I did, so I answered it. But he was wanting to talk to me about car insurance, not traps. I thought it was kind of funny. Can't wait to get to test it. Oh, you're talking about your lure that you're making, Judith Dan? That's awesome. Price putting out a catalog. Yeah, I priced it out. I can't remember exactly what the price was, but I think if I remember right, it was going to be right around $200. The cheapest that I could find. I mean, the absolute cheapest catalog that I could find was it. It was, I think it was 12 double-sided pages, and it was going to be right about $200 to get like 75 of them. That don't sound like a lot of money to some people, but when you're just giving these things out, that's quite a bit of money. And if you give out 10 catalogs, you might get one person, maybe two, that'll buy something off you because of the catalog. Who was it? I was talking to somebody. Funky. I was talking to Funky. He said that one year he was going to the NTA. So I think he said he had like 500 or 600 catalogs made up to take to the NTA and give out. He said the first day he gave out like 80 of them or 100 of them. And he said on his way out, he said he's seen a ton of them in trash cans just all over the place. He said he decided right then and there that he was never going to do catalogs again because it's just a waste of money. Articat, I do go to bed every now and then. I usually go to bed. I usually fall asleep about 12:30 to 2 o'clock, somewhere in there, and be up about 8, roughly those times. Sometimes I'm up at 7, 7. Really depends on what I have going on. If I don't really have anything going on, I might sleep till 8, 8:30. Sometimes I'm up at 7. Just depends on what's going on, I guess. Hello. Howdy. Phone power's down since yesterday morning. Just got it back about 2 hours ago. That sucks, Cab. So have you been getting lots of rain and stuff? We've been getting a ton of rain. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a catalog once, and uh, yeah, I'm I add stuff very often, and sometimes I quit carrying something because it doesn't sell or the price went up or something like that, and prices change a lot. So if I made a catalog, if I designed a catalog today and ordered it, and say it took 30 days to get it in, there's a possibility that quite a few things are going to be a different price by the time I actually get them passed out or mailed out. and people are going to call wanting to order this and say if they want to order this trap, they want to order a dozen of them, and it's $214 in the magazine. Well, now they're $223. Well, they're going to get mad and they're just going to hang up. So, I can't do that. That, a lot of people want you to mail them a catalog. Like, I get emails, here's my name, here's my address, please send me a catalog. And I'm like, okay, for one, the catalog's going to cost me $3, $4 to make. And then it's going to cost me $3, $4 to mail to you. So I'm going to have $6 to $8 at least into one catalog. And more than likely, you're just going to throw it on a counter and maybe look at it once. It's like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Go to sleep. Go to sleep at that time. Up in at 5. Yeah, well, not me. Sometimes, was it last Friday? I went to bed. I fell asleep a little after 1, and got a phone call at 3:40 to go to my mom's, and then was up until after midnight that night. That was a very, very, very long day. That was the day my dad passed. The SOB tried to sell you car insurance as well. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see if he calls me back again tomorrow. There were some guys working on a train to cut the line to the cell tower. That sucks, Gab. Pretty sure somebody lost their license there. There's supposed to call a bunch of people and get all those lines marked out. Was it 811? I think you're supposed to call and get all those lines marked out. Around here, you can get a pretty good fine for that. I don't remember how much it is, but I know it's up in the thousands of dollars. A fine for digging and breaking any kind of line or pipe or anything like that. It's thousands of dollar fine. Switch to Stoker's Red Supreme. They also you chew leaf. I used to chew leaf. Back when I chewed, my brother always liked to chew beech nut, but I never cared for it much. Um, I liked I chewed Redman a lot, Levi Garrett. I probably chewed Levi more than anything. And then what was the other one? There's a guy at my church, Taylor's Pride. He chewed Taylor's Pride a lot. So I would chew that a lot. But for the most part, I chewed, that's what I did chew and leave. But for the most part, I chewed long cut and some fine cut, but not many, mostly long cut. Products might be interested in carrying, selling, fleshing bean based that does floor, roll, and table. That's awesome, Judith and Dan. Um, is it metal? Hmm. They are not legitimate workers in Newton County. That don't surprise me, Scam. That's what happens when you know a guy that can do it cheaper. Flushing beam based and does floor, wall, table mount. Alright, you can email me if you want. My email's on YouTube or my website or whatever. If you want to email me a picture of it and stuff like that, I'll definitely look into it. The Dipper Urban Meta backyard at my love the plugs too. There's a what's it called? Twist vine. I think it's twist. Comes in like a rope and you cut it off and shit. There's a bunch of islanders and stuff right here to chew that. I'm like, good lord. But for the most part, I loved chewing just Copenhagen Original, but that stuff was very pricey. So a lot of time, like we used to chew Red Man in a can, but and then we got a lot of times where we buy the Stoker's uh, Original or Snuff because you could buy a whole tub for it was like $14. Other than Copenhagen, get you. I chewed Copenhagen more than anything. I never much cared for Skoal. I chewed Copenhagen a lot. Chewed Grizzly a lot. The charger is coming unplugged. I need to get a new charger. This one's about wore out. Trying to think. I mean, it's been at least 10 years. I chewed some Red Man. Or not Red Man, Red Seal. But for the most part, it was Copenhagen, Grizzly. Mm, yeah, I mean, for the most part, that's what I chewed. Couldn't have been me with Scab. That don't surprise me. Scab's gonna be one of those guys. He'll sell you anything except for something you would need. Stoker's long cut straight dip. Yeah, I used to chew a lot of straight Copenhagen straight because this is what didn't get me with Copenhagen. They had the Copenhagen original, which was the copper can, and then they had the snuff, which was always back when I chewed. It was like 350, 380 a can. Now it's almost $6. But and then they came out with the Red Seal, Natural, and Wintergreen, and it was like 215 a can. It's like that don't make any sense. Wait, uh, but I like the Copenhagen Natural. I chewed it a lot. The biggest problem I had with it was extra long cut, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. But I used to Billingsley. I used to chew a lot. Easily, I would chew a can a day. But when I started cooking and I was a chef, I couldn't chew in the kitchen, and we didn't have enough break time to, put in a good dip and whatever. So I started smoking a lot. So I'd always kind of smoked since I was like 15, but I started smoking quite a bit more when I was a chef and cook because I could run outside and smoke one in 5 minutes, whatever, and come back. But then, it's probably been a good, say 7, 8. It's probably been a good 9 years at least, 10 years that I've quit smoking and chewing altogether. Scab, only problem to run out. Hey, Set on Sign, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. But yeah, the smoking thing was never really to me, it wasn't a hard thing to give up, really. Uh, every now and then you kind of get that, I won't say crave, but a lot of times, like, if I smell someone else that's smoking, it's like, kind of makes you want a cigarette, but not very often. But, chew was by far the hardest for me to give up, and still to this day, a lot of times if I get, like, mad or something, that's usually when I want something, or if I get mad or aggravated or something like that, that's usually when I'm wanting, a dip or something. But like I said, I haven't chewed in at least 8, 9, 10 years, something like that. I don't really keep track, but it's been a very long time. Quit for 3 days, just long enough to get the nicotine out of my system, so I get a kidney transplant. Ah, I see. Yeah, I remember you saying something about that a while back. Alright, Dale. And I don't really drink either. I used to drink quite a bit, but I don't really drink anymore either. I don't like at all. I mean, I can't even tell you how long it's been since I've had any kind of mixed drink or beer or anything. Probably 2 months. I just don't drink very often. I can buy a 6 pack and it'll last me at least a few weeks. So, yeah, I don't do any of that anymore. Most of the time I'm too broke to do it anyway. Scam. Quit smoking for 3 months. Except dad pissed you off. It's the day after graduation. Yeah. Well, sorry to hear that. Did you wake up? I don't know. You still gonna go take a shower? Or you just gonna go to bed? You're gonna take a shower in bed? That would be kind of hard. Okay. Scab says hi. Huh? She said hey. She's asleep, so I can't even understand what she's saying. What? Yeah, it's hot in here. Last I looked, it was 73 or 4. What are you doing? You just put them on a white one. Okay then. What? I don't know. Huh? I got this. No, I'm not talking to you. It's gonna be one of the ingredients in my new hot sauce. It's got a warning label on it. And then it's got a disclaimer back here. It pretty much says if you get it on your skin or in your eye or something like that, they cannot be held reliable. Because if you open this, you agree to this. So, article, you can keep that. This is just going to be an ingredient. But I mean, it's pretty dark. I don't know if you can see that. This is a clear bottle. See how red that is? It's pretty thick and just smells like pepper. Hey, Mr. Somebody, how you doing tonight? You having a good night? Appreciate you coming in. 1 meal, so mild hot sauce. Well, this is just, like I said, this is just one ingredient. I'll let you guys know how it turns out when I get it done. There's going to be a lot more in it than just that. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah. But this is equivalent with, what was it? I looked it up. Basically, a jalapeno is 8,000 Scoville units, and this is 1 million, so You can do the math up from there, but I think it was pretty close to a ghost pepper and it wasn't one of the Reapers. I don't think it was a Carolina or a California Reaper, but it was one of the Reapers, I believe. So how's everybody doing? What's everybody got planned for the rest of the week? My week has been very weird. For most of the week, I was trying to decide on the O'Reilly's job if I wanted it or not. After today, I'm kind of glad I decided not to take it with the way that she acted. Her stomach won't take that really hot stuff anymore. Yeah, I get that. I know a lot of people like that. I know a lot of people that used to love eating hot stuff, but now they can't even eat jalapenos. They just can't do it. I know a lot of people that get really bad cramps when they have something hot. So, I say my other hot sauce, it doesn't have a ton of heat. It's focused on the flavor. It's got a little bite to it, but not much. But like I said before, if you're somebody that does not like hot sauce at all or any kind of hot stuff, it's gonna be hot for you. That's for sure. But uh, yeah, it was more focused on flavor. This is, one I'm working on now is gonna be focused more on just heat, because that's what I have a lot of people that are asking for. Next week is going to be 90 degrees here for 4 days. So. Yeah, I haven't even looked at next week yet. I've been so focused on this week's weather with all the rain. I mean, we're dealing with some pretty bad flooding right now, so we're supposed to get more rain tonight. So, we'll see. But yeah, it's like that. There's really big chilly head, but age catches up with soul. Yeah, my problem is a lot of it doesn't even really have to be spicy, but there's a lot of things that give me heartburn now. Like garlic, I'll get heartburn from garlic now. Some of the worst heartburn I've had though is from yellow and red Gatorade. That's like some of the worst heartburn I've ever had is from yellow and red Gatorade. Red Gatorade mostly. I learned that because I used to drink a lot of Gatorade, and I realized that like every time I drank a red Gatorade, like 10, 15 minutes later, I mean, I'd have heartburn so bad. It was like breathing fire, and it's like, yeah, I'm not drinking red Gatorade anymore. Sweet, so dropped it 76. Yeah, it's what pants social. It's good, yeah. You like hot salsa? Yeah, I like salsa. I like. Uh, when it comes to salsa, to me, that's something I want to really enjoy. So I want it to have heat, but I don't want it to be something that's, going to be like ridiculous. I like I like my salsa to be a nice medium, I guess you could say. We've been having so much rain. The temps here have been pretty low. I think the high in the last week has been like 72, 73. But like I said, we've been getting so much rain. It's ridiculous. In the last 24 hours, we've had 5 to 6 inches of rain, and we're supposed to get another 1 to 2 tonight. A lot of our businesses were flooded this morning. A lot of the roads, I think we had 7 or 8 roads shut down due to flooding because there's portions of the road underwater. And a lot of our creeks are up like 20, 25 feet, so it's crazy. That's what I said. We have a public access, and they have a concrete bathroom that they built in the parking lot. And it's a good 70, 80 yards from the river. Well, the river had gone up so much that bathroom was underwater. There was maybe a foot maybe showing. The rest was underwater, and that happens here at, at least 2 to 3 years. But it's that time of year where we get those flash floods. Every 2 to 3 weeks, we'll have a pretty good flash flood. So, yeah, we've had our temperature has been kind of low, not real high, but it's because of all the rain, tons and tons of rain. We haven't had any tornadoes around though, just rain. I think we had some hail the other night. But yesterday was flooded. Not bad, but there was, a little bit of flooding. And then, it rained another 5, 6 inches last night and today. So, I mean, it just got crazy. Bentonville, which is about 20 miles south of us, Bentonville, Arkansas, they had about 8 inches of rain. Well, one of our main creek systems comes from there. So, about mid afternoon today, that water had reached its way down to us and really made the creeks go up. So, it was crazy. 3 more days below 70, gotta do some more mushroom hunting for. And next week, Donnie's got a batch frying right now on the food down. It's awesome. Acre sweet corn planted for dark that we got a good rain on a few times. So, let me get on. Yeah. I'm. I was wanting to plant a garden so bad, but I know that my dog's gonna just eat the stuff that grows and tear it up. So it's like I don't know if I want to. I really want to plant some watermelons because we love watermelon. My daughter loves watermelon, and uh, the cheap watermelons now at the store. I had some about this big. They're normally like a good 16 inches long. The ones they had today were like 8 inches long, and they were $7. So it's like, yeah, I'm not buying that. Last year they were three to 350 last year, and they're $7 now. So I don't think we're gonna be buying very many watermelons. So I definitely want to plant some. So we'll see. I want to plant some. I wanted to plant some lettuce, some hot peppers, onions, potatoes, uh, maybe some corn. We don't need a lot of corn, but some corn. Uh, so I don't know. We'll see. Still got a little bit of time. Getting town in Oklahoma get destroyed. I'm not sure. I know there was a town in Kansas that got destroyed by a tornado, but that was last week. That wouldn't surprise me because towards Tulsa, Oklahoma, there was a ton of rain. The storm hit them hard. And then down south in Arkansas, the rain hit hard. I know, like Bentonville, Rogers area, they're calling close to between 7 and 9 inches in the last 24 hours, as we got 5 to 6. So definitely been a lot of flooding going on. So it's been a good area by me to hit mushrooms, too swampy. Yeah. I don't really have land to even go look for mushrooms or do anything anymore. So, I can't go shed hunting look for mushrooms. Don't really have a place to hunt anymore. A lot of the places I trap are farmers that uh, just kind of want help with the population. So, but as far as our family farm, it's gone. So, welcome back, Dale. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming back. Got all that grown here in Alabama. That's awesome, Waldo. So I definitely want to plant a garden. I just have a feeling my dog is gonna tear it up, but we'll see. Like I said, still got time to do it, so I might. Uh, I think for our area, they call you should have most things planted by the end of May. So we'll see. Big melons coming to season later this summer. Folks sell them out of the back of the truck. That's awesome, Scab. I thought about doing that. My mom, she has a good like 6, 7 acre field. And I thought about taking about an acre and planting a few things to sell at the farmers market. Because they have farmers market sales here, and I've been thinking about setting up to sell like my hot sauces and my seasonings. And I also make other things like I make some. I used to make a lot of things like I used to make bath salts, bath bombs, candles, wax warmer, melts, ear candles. Like I used to make a lot of stuff. Um, and if I have somebody ask, I'll still make them. Not a whole lot. And then my wife makes some. They're like scent things for the car. I don't know, but thought about selling some of those at the local farmers market. So we might do that this year too. Some great stress reliever. Planted some more potatoes there. That's awesome. Say I might. I said I'm afraid my dog's gonna tear them up, and I'd hate to put the time and money in it for my dog just to eat everything and tear it up. Oh, set on sign. I thought we was talking about morels. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, dude. Don't forget to flip the cow patties. That's where they normally grow. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Thought you would stop by. Well, we appreciate it while there. Raise beds, container gardening, tie up the damn dog, grab a shovel and stop making excuses. Yeah. I ain't gonna tie my dog up. I don't like tying dogs up. As far as I'm concerned, if you're gonna have a dog tied up, then why even have a damn dog? Dogs need to run, whether it's an inside dog running around inside or outside dog. I mean, if you have to have a 6 or 8 foot pen to keep your dog in all the time, why have a dog? You know what I mean? That's just kind of my thoughts. Bunch of lamb meat, I think, yeah. We have a farmer's market, and there's lots of people. I mean, there's like people that do handcrafts and stuff like that. That set up at them. I'm gonna get into making some like cutting boards, some coasters, stuff like that. So I'm going to get into doing some of that stuff. Farmers market by me are nothing but hipsters that moved from LA trying to sell their laundry and organic crap for way too much money. This guy. Yeah, that's crazy. She probably wouldn't even get in the garden. No, yeah, she would. Cats would too. Yeah, I'm good on the honey. Glass blowers. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that set up at our farmers market. It's not just, vegetables and foods and stuff like that. So, and I mean, I have a few things that I'm working on. Like, I'm working on making another hot sauce. I have a steak seasoning that I'm working on. Um, I'm going to work on making 1 or 2 different salsas and a barbecue sauce. I'm not opening, getting up a dog. That's why I don't have one. Oh, the dog don't roll me. That dog just runs around crazy. Digging roots, man. You got to have ginseng in your country. Yeah, the problem is there ain't nowhere around here to dig roots or do anything. I mean, we don't have any land anymore. Just hit the roadside stands are usually the farmers and good folks. Yeah. I've gotten some good stuff at the roadside stands, but boy, they are very happy about their stuff. I stopped at one to buy. What was it? I wanted to buy a watermelon. And I've been, they'd been there for like 2 weeks. I'd been seeing them. I was like, it was on my way to work when I was, chef and went to work. And I decided I was like, on the way home, I'm gonna stop and get a watermelon. So on the way home, I stopped. I got out and I was looking at the watermelon. I was like, these are really good looking watermelons. They're black diamonds and they're really, really dark green. I was like, well, I'm gonna get me one of those, and I'm gonna get a. That's a small cantaloupe. I was like, I get one of those, and I'll get a cantaloupe. So I did that. Well, it turns out the watermelon was $14, and the cantaloupe was $6. But I told him all I had was 20, so he did that, and that was by far the best watermelon I've ever had. Well, about 2 weeks later, I went back to get another one. Same price, $14. So I bought the watermelon, brought it home, and it wasn't half as good as the one before. So that's when I decided I just was not going to buy them from there anymore. I grew ginger and onions and peppers all went out. I'm not too big on ginger. I definitely would like to grow some hot peppers, some onions, potatoes, tomatoes, lettuce. Yeah, no. I'll pass on that. Last garden I had, we had a lot of turnips because my dad loved them. But
That's all I had was turnips and lettuce. That's all that came.
I'd really like to grow some hot peppers. That's nothing but gummies.
Okay, hand me the mason jar, please.
There's next to nothing left in it.
Okay.
$20. You need all those nasty crunch chocolate things. Those little Japanese turnips are awesome. Yeah, no, they're not. I've had turnips, and to me, they don't really have a flavor. To me, personal preference. That's just me. I know how people do like to start arguments over that stuff, but that's how it is to me, anyways. Had a garden, I spent more on pesticide than it would have cost me to buy. Yeah. But,
I just have too much wildlife.
huh?
There's just too many wildlife out there for people.
We love the greens. Yeah. I don't know, the price of stuff anymore is ridiculous. Especially fruit. Fruit is gone stupid. I was gonna buy a bag of grapes the other day, and it was almost $7 for a bag of grapes. I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. A bag of apples now is almost $6. Stupid bag of oranges was $10. It's like, are you serious? So we got the little cuties. They were like $4.50.
Apples
They
I
used
got,
to be $3.
apples I got was 3 something.
Well, not the ones we looked at the other day.
Oh,
They were ridiculous. Bananas. Bananas at Walmart are 42 cents a pound. Now they're 68 cents a pound. It's like, good God. That's my wife. She likes those the fresh cherries with the nuts in them. I looked at those today, and they were $3.98 a pound. 2 pound bag. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying $8 for a bag of cherries. That's not happening. Stuff is just getting way too expensive.
the bananas was 3.86.
Yeah,
Apples were
they don't eat it to the ground. Yeah.
3.28. Apples were cheaper than the bananas. What now? 3.97.
Set on time, yeah, I get it. I definitely get it. Say the only thing I'm really wanting to plant is watermelon. because I really like watermelons. My daughter likes watermelon a lot, so that's what I really want to plant. We used to have some wild watermelons. We'd always have to pick them when they were small to eat them because they would rot. So they'd get about this big. We'd have to pick them and eat them. They weren't the greatest, but when I was a kid, they would grow out here in the yard.
Before I
I
came
think it was. I think it was where we always threw our watermelon peels and stuff like that. They would grow every year. But I don't know. We'll see.
Should have found.
Well, price of food here is ridiculous. I was looking at sausage today. It's $4.98 a pound for Jimmy Dean ground sausage. That's ridiculous. Cheeses. The bag of shredded cheese we get used to be $12.50. Now it's almost $16. And this is just like a 3 month difference. It's crazy. We buy some frozen burgers, big case. When we bought the bags, it was a dozen burgers in this bag. They were $8. Then we went to buy them a couple months ago, and they were 12 something. And it's like, it's ridiculous, guys.
I guess they sent out a water rescue.
Mm.
But they put
Yeah.
not really our buzzer for it.
Yeah. But the food prices here have definitely gone crazy. Eggs have gone crazy. They're $3 a dozen now. 2 years ago they were 98 cents. If you ever get a chance, try bogeys on watermelons. They're going a little expensive. Yeah, that's the black diamond. I've had a few black diamonds, and most of them were really good. And I think the ones that weren't that great weren't really ripe yet. Alright, Otter Cat, appreciate you coming in. Hope you have a great night. We'll catch you next time. But yeah, I don't know. Food here's just gone ridiculous. Milk is ridiculous.
$5.54.
Yeah. $5.54 for a gallon of Highland whole milk. $5.54 for freaking milk. I don't know. Life is just getting too expensive. $12 for cheese, yeah. We get a big bag of shredded cheese. Can't remember how much it weighs. I want to say it's like a 4 or 5 pound bag. I mean, it's a pretty big bag. And it was 12 something, I think. I think it was 12 something. And last month when we bought it, it was $15.98. So yeah, it's crazy. Even I mean, hot dogs went up. They were 98 cents, and they were $1.78. $1.78 for freaking hot dogs.
Yeah, change the subject.
Huh?
Change the subject.
You changed the subject. Scab, yeah, we got 5 chickens, but 2 of them died. We got 3 now. But we're going to have to. I think we're gonna go get some more. I'm wanting to have about 10 chickens.
I was gonna go get more today.
Well, we can't until those go outside. Unless you get another tub. I'm afraid they'd fight with us. I don't know. It might get better anytime soon. No, it's still going downhill. We'll have to see how far downhill it gets before it crashes. We got 3 chickens left, but I think they're getting close to about time to go outside.
So what the bullpen?
I don't know, when there's not 2 inches of water out there. I'm not gonna go swimming out in the yard to build the chicken coop.
You know, you can't build it behind the shop.
Yeah, I can. Watch me. Alright, Billingsley. Appreciate you coming in and chatting with us tonight. I hope you have a great night. We'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, sleep tight. Yeah, well, I'm wanting to get a few more chickens at least. They said a lot of them you can expect to see an average of 4 to 5 eggs per week. So I figured if we have 10 chickens, that'd be 40 to 50 eggs a week. So that's quite a few, but that'd give enough for us to have eggs. I can give eggs to my mom, stuff like that. They're bugging me to get meat rabbits for the porch. Yeah, my wife wouldn't eat a rabbit.
Nope.
Tried. Even if I went and hunted them, she wouldn't eat them. She won't eat a squirrel either. Let alone a bobcat or a beaver or anything like that. Uh, I don't mind it. I'd eat the squirrel and rabbit. Told her I'd go shoot them and then we'd have some meat. My grandma used to can rabbit meat and squirrel meat and deer meat and all that stuff. Rabbits are good, easy to raise, yeah. Said my wife wouldn't have any part of it. I want to get me a butcher cow. I'll about get a couple of them. Get, at least one, but maybe 2. Used to raise meat rabbits in Hawaii, delicious, yeah. I don't doubt it, but yeah, I said my wife, I'm not gonna do it. It is what it is, but like I said, mostly we just eat deer meat. Yeah. I killed 2 deer last year, but I think I'm gonna need to kill 3 this coming year because they go through pretty quick. Yeah, we don't go out to eat very much. When we do, there's a cafe a couple towns from us. But we can go in there, both get a burger, fries, and a drink, and it's like $15. That's by far the cheapest place right here to eat. I mean, most of the time we'll spend more than that at McDonald's or Taco Bell.
Which would I go to McDonald's? It's gonna get free stuff.
I already said that. But and then like CC's Pizza, it's $6.99 for a buffet.
It's
So
$23
we'll
for
go
all
there.
of us.
Take my daughter there. I think my daughter they charge like $1.98 for her. So we go there and eat sometimes because it's not very expensive. Yeah, a lot of the Mexican restaurants and stuff they're right about $30. So can eat for a week on $24. Not me. I like. There's too many things I like cheese, milk. I mean, just a pound of cheese and a gallon of milk's $10. So, there goes that. So it is what it is, I guess. I mean, I could definitely live on $24 a week, but uh, it wouldn't be the best food. Even though even though we eat mostly deer meat most of the time, it's still you know. And I mean, honestly, here it's about to where it costs $24 just to go get groceries. $24 in gas. Where we go grocery shopping, it's about 20 25 minute drive.
A 35-minute drive.
Whatever. I didn't grab a stopwatch last time, so. But it's the groceries there are quite a bit cheaper than the Walmart. There's a few things we get at Walmart just because they don't have it, but it's quite a bit cheaper to go there. Especially any kind of meats and stuff like that. Which our freezers, I mean, we weren't at home at all for, well, it was more than a week, like 10 days. I wasn't home at all, so we didn't eat anything here, so we still got groceries to last a little while. Because we was at my mom's. Yeah, Scab, I'm gonna have to pass on a few of those. I can do rice, but I don't like to eat it all the time. Like just rice, white rice with butter and maybe a little bit of sugar is awesome. Or white rice with cream and mushroom is awesome. And I definitely like Vienna sausages. Uh, I'm not doing the spam, and I'm definitely good on the eggs. I love eggs, but there's not really there enough food there to feed, fill you up. Like a can of Vienna sausages is not a meal. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be for a little while. What's wrong with spam?
It's disgusting.
Other than the fact that it's sick? Not much. I can do like just a little bit. That's it. Like 2 small cuts on some bread, I can do, but that's it. Like not even half a can. I'm good. There's much better things I would rather spend my money on than spam. Rice, beans, beaver backstrap. Now that is a meal. Kinda. I think if I was gonna do that, it'd be more like onions, backstrap, corn. Be more of like a stew. Hawaiians love spam. It's like their state food. I know.
That's why we don't live in Hawaii.
Well, there's a couple reasons I don't live in Hawaii. One is because it's too freaking expensive. Yeah, scab, but there's a difference between the spam they had in World War II and that crap that the grocery store sells. What they had in World War II was real spam, made out of real, uh, like pork roast, like the real deal, not this processed, floor garbage that's in a can. Which I mean, it's crazy because that's what Vienna sausage is. That's what a hot dog is. I understand all that, but they add something to spam to make it taste like just a rotten nutsack. Like Yeah, it is. It's sick. And spam comes with that jelly. Like, are you supposed to spread that on the bread before you put the meat on? Like, I don't get it. But yeah, that spam they had in World War II, that was actual spam people made in their houses and canned up. It wasn't this stuff they sell at the store. You can throw some of that over here if you want. And I like lemonade, but it gives me heartburn too. Scab, that's not true. I promise you, you can Google it. There is a huge difference between the spam made then and the spam they make now. The jelly is just cologne. I think the jelly would be more like deodorant. But the spam back in the day, people actually took the pork butt and made spam with it. What they make today is like processed artificial blubber.
Yeah.
Have fun. I watched, I don't know if I read a thing or watched a thing. I think I watched a thing about it. It's talking about foods that they survived on back in World War One and World War Two. Like there was some of these some kind of flour biscuits. I can't think of what they're called, but uh, you can make these biscuits, bag them up, and they'll last like 10 years. Those spam because they could can it or whatever, and it would last forever. Not cologne, collagen. I see. They are called hardtack. Is that what it is? Yeah. But yeah, they were talking about the spam that the people made back in the day. They're talking about how different the spam then was compared to what it is now. Yeah, I don't know about the spam, but or the brand of it, but I mean that's what it is. Like you can look up your own spam recipe and make it. Uh, Flour, salt, sugar, and water. Made it all the time. Okay, fish guy. Yeah, but this is some pilot biscuits. They're probably a little better than those. I don't know. I'd have to Google it again or whatever. I don't remember where I watched it, but they were talking about how they used to make it out of pork butt, and they would cure it and can it, and it would last for so long, and that was like one of the favorite foods to eat back then. And they were talking about how different that is compared to what you can buy now. But I don't know. It's just this potted meat. I'm just gonna. No. My dad used to eat potted meat. That stuff smells like straight up cat food. Like cat food out of a can. I always told my dad, I said, the only difference between that potted meat you're eating and the cat food over there is the label. That's the only difference. They smell the same, they look the same. I'm good. There's so many better things out there that I can spend my money on. It does, yeah. That's why I always tell my dad. I said the only difference between that and cat food is the label that they put on it. I'm telling you, it's made by the same place, comes from the same plant. Like, I'm good. If I had a way to Google that spam thing right now, I would. It's been a long time since I've seen that, but I remember them talking about uh, how they used to eat it back in the day. Yeah, the spam you buy now, like, you can't tell me that's just salt cured ham or pork. Because spam is like, I don't know how to say it. It's like, um, it's like if you ground up Vienna sausages and mixed it with gelatin and then formed it. Like, to me, that's what spam's like. It's like a processed meat that was a paste at one time. Because if it was true, just uh, cured ham, it would have grain in it. You would see the meat grains in it, and it would be a little tougher. It wouldn't be like a blob that you can shake. It's like a gelatin. It's like a meat jello. Is kind of what it's like. It's like the pickle argument. Everyone thinks that homemade pickles are better than store bought. Canned meat is the same thing. Yeah, your homemade pickles are terrible. Yeah, yeah. Say, as far as canned meat, tuna is about really all we eat. I don't like the canned chicken. I don't really care for it. If we have it, I'll use it, but I don't really care for it. Um, I'd much rather just have tuna. Well, when you're talking about pickling stuff, that just depends on your process. Yeah, but uh, it's all different. It's all personal opinion. I've never done homemade pickles either. It's from what I know, to do actual pickles is a very long process. Uh, I mean, you gotta let it sit for a long time to actually let it pickle and then can it. I mean, a lot of people think that, pickles is just cucumbers and vinegar. And it's like, no, there's a lot more into it than that. Hey Jamie, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. Yeah, who knows? It's YouTube. They do what they want. Uh, if you want, you can go out and there's go to my main page, there'll be like a little bell. You click on that bell and switch it to all, and then you should start getting your notifications. Can't even get the good tune anymore. They're all fished out. I don't know. I like canned tuna. You're working? That sounds like fun. Kinda, I guess. I almost got a job. Thought all week about it. And then decided last night that we wasn't going to take it. Called them today to let them know. She hung up on me. I called back again. And she hung up on me again. So, kind of glad I didn't take that job. Busy night for the Mexican holiday, yeah. There's my wife's like, the Mexican restaurant's doing specials tonight and tomorrow. I said, okay. She's like, they're doing $1 off all of their enchilada meals and half price margaritas. I said, well, for one, I don't order enchiladas when I go to Mexican restaurants. Two, I don't really drink. If I did, it wouldn't have a margarita anyway, so I'm good. Making good pickles always eluded me. Yeah, it's definitely a patience thing. There's different seasonings you can use and different kind of cucumbers. Like, there's a lot that can go into it. Unsub and then resub and comment on 3vids. You'll start getting the notification. Goodness, Set on Son, you got this down to a science. The Mexican joint next door did over 15,000 today. Hey, I almost did that much last year. Pickles are a specific type of cucumbers. You can use regular cucumbers, but they will taste different. You dry pickles should take a while to make. I said there's lots of different cucumbers that you can use, different seasonings you can use, different pickling salts, different. I mean, there's 100 different ways to do it, at least. YouTube sucks, gotta play the game. Oh, Set on Sign. Be honest, they all suck. I was on a Jeep Fam live on TikTok the other night. My wife got on it, and I heard it, and she's like, Jeep Fam's live. I was like, alright. So I got on it on my phone on TikTok. I commented on there, I said, I thought I heard something gay. He's like, huh? He's like, did you fart or something? He started laughing. Comment, I said, no. I said, I heard my wife's phone making a gay noise. So I looked, and then I seen your face. And he read the comment, and he started laughing. He's like, oh, that's a good one. And literally, as soon as he said, that's a good one, the video ended. And I was like, oh, crap. My wife's like, what? I said, he just got banned. I said, he just got banned for either me commenting the word or for him reading it and saying the word. And then he messaged me about 30 minutes later. Was like, hey, thanks for commenting gay on my live stream. He's like, I just got banned for hateful behavior. I was like, yeah. I said, I'm sorry, man. I said, I didn't even think about that when I commented. I was just trying to be funny. But, yeah. It is what it is. Just keep buying the garlic bread and butter pickles. Yeah. We always have those in the fridge. Got your traps cleaned a few days ago. That's awesome, Jamie. To my local trapping store, bought some super steaks. He said you don't have to buy them. Doesn't at the time I felt like he didn't want my money. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Price for things getting ridiculous. Oh, that's another thing. Super steaks. So Minnesota's been out of stock of super steaks. And have been for a couple weeks, or say a couple weeks, couple months. I was on their website the other day and they had them in stock. I was like, oh, awesome! I need to get some. Yeah, they've gone up about 30 to 40%. So, not quite sure what is going to happen there. If I remember right, they were like $22 a dozen for cabled ones, or $22 a dozen built super steaks. Now they're right about $30. Just the heads themselves were, I want to say like 12, and now they're like 15, 16. So I don't know. The price of everything is just, it's getting ridiculous. What is hateful behavior? Using the word gay. Because to them, they have like an algorithm. And if you say any of the words like that, it's automatically hateful behavior and they ban you. Well, then you can appeal the ban, and then somebody will actually watch what was appealed and figure out, yes, it was whatever it got banned for, or no, it wasn't. So the system automatically bans it for that word popping up. And then once you appeal it, a person will actually view the content or whatever and decide if it indeed was, hateful behavior or sexual or whatever it was. So, yeah. But then again, I thought about it and I was like, what if it was like a live video or it was legit like a gay person on a live talking to somebody else that was gay? What if they were just talking about each other or something, or somebody in the comments? Would it ban them for using the word? Like, I don't know. It's weird to me, I guess. Anyone seen Fish on Trap Repeat, new vid, picked up, watched original, what's stream controversy? I have not, Scab. I have not been on my phone a lot lately. Checked out Trap Shed, but I don't know if I appreciate that, Jamie. Yeah, I can tell people, if you get a hold of me, um, if I know of a place that you can get a better deal or that would work better for you, I'll honestly always steer people there. I've sent people to Trap Shed in the past. I've sent people to Minnesota. I've sent people to FT. I've sent people to Iron Trail. So, uh, I'm. It's like I don't know how many people seen my post that I made on my Facebook page. It's kind of my story about how I got into what I'm doing and stuff like that. If anybody has Facebook, I really would ask if you would go read that and share it. Kind of want people to share it because, it's talking about, what I did, how I got into what I'm doing, how I'm following my dream and stuff like that, and kind of how, like how hard it's been and how I hope to continue doing it. And so, I mean, if any of you have Facebook and you're able to go read it, check it out, share it, that'd be awesome, and I would really appreciate it. Rather help you than a big company. I appreciate that, Jamie, but honestly, I'm here to help you with anything you need, but if there's a place that you can get a better deal or that can help you out, go to them. It don't bother me. I tell people, I appreciate people that, I don't want to say loyal, because that just, to me, loyal is kind of a dirty word. But the people that just want to support me, I really appreciate it, but, then again, I know how expensive it can be, and I want people to get the best deal out there, and I try to always have the best deal and the cheapest prices, but sometimes I know people can get a better deal or something somewhere else, and that'll bother me, You got lucky and got 3 dozen super sticks and told me in the driver before they went out of stock. 2 months ago, I got the ones that have 2 holes for a pool for. Oh, the Fend ones, that's awesome, Sun Sign. Yeah, the Fend ones are awesome. Yeah, like I said, the prices are just, I mean, getting ridiculous. Like, I don't know. It's like me personally as a trap supplier, being a small guy like I am, small business, it's gonna be hard facing all these price increases, especially when a lot of the people think that like if I raise a price, they automatically think it's just me trying to be greedy or something. I'm like, you can check out F&T Minnesota, wherever you want. They're the same price. A lot of the times, like if I order something from Minnesota and it's more expensive than it was last month, um, there's a good chance that Trap Shed or Iron Trail or somebody like that has the same product and they've had it in stock for a while, so their price will still be the lower one instead of the one that's raised. So in that case, I recommend people go there. But then again, if you're wanting to order bulk stuff, you really don't want to order a little here, a little there, a little here, because then you're paying a bunch of shipping, and I mean, you don't want to do that. Get a good deal on the traps. Yeah, and say I don't know how many traps is a bunch, but so what if you said cheap, a small Vaseline, fart alcohol? I don't know. I just tell them like, man, why is there like a whistling sound every time you run by? Especially since those are the actual Frank Conner ones. I knew with that. That's awesome. I appreciate that, Jamie. I do. Like I said, I always try to have the best deal, cheapest prices. Um, 95% of the time, I work with the customers personally. Um, there's a lot of times I get a simple order, I send it out. I'll always write a little note on the paper, stuff like that. But I like to work with my customers personally, whether it's here on YouTube or Facebook Messenger, email, whatever. I like to help customers out as much as I can. Um, so, I don't know. I feel like that I'm different than a lot of trap suppliers. Um, I know there's definitely a lot of trap suppliers out there that are probably more knowledgeable than me as far as trapping goes. Like 2110s, 2120s, and 2220s. That's pretty good. Because, I mean, most brands, just the 110s would have been uh, about $100. You know, I get people all the time that they'll be like, hey, I want to order, they'll be like, hey, I want to order a dozen 550s and a dozen dog proofs. What kind of deal can you make me? It's like, I don't really make money on traps, so I can't really do a deal. And a lot of times they get mad. Here's a good one. Uh, had a guy call me one day. He was kind of local. I think he said he lived like a little under an hour from me. He called and he said, "Do you have any MB 550s?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I think I got like 4 or 5 dozen right now in stock." He's like, "All right, awesome." He's like, "I'm wanting to buy 2 dozen." I said, "All right." He said, "I can come pick them up today." He said, 300 cash. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, "No." I said, I told him the price. He's like, "Well, I can't do that." He's like, "I'll give you 300 cash." I was like, "Well, that's cheaper than I paid for these traps." And he just starts getting mad. He's like, well, fine. He's like, I'll just go get him somewhere else. I said, have at it. I said, if you can find a place to get him for, I said, if you can find a place to get 2 dozen MB550s for $300, let me know because I'll be buying a bunch of them from him. And he just hung up on me. I said, whatever, dude. It is what it is. Yeah, Jamie, I appreciate it. I'm I'm still in the process of trying to build myself up so I can do okay for myself. The same way, rather pay full price to help a friend. I was better than to get a deal from Biggie Deal. Yeah, and I try to make the best deals I can. I used to, I don't know how many of you have ever seen it, but on Facebook I have a group. It's discount trapping supplies, and I used to order in pallets of trapping supplies, and I would sell it under retail to help people out, especially if they ordered a bulk amount of stuff. Uh, because it was a way for me to get product flowing out the door and to help people out. Well, then it got to where just nobody was wanting to buy anything, and I couldn't afford to do it anymore. So I had to quit doing that, which I still have a few things that I have on there, but anymore, I mean, I just don't sell anything on it because it got to where just nobody wanted to, buy anything. So I don't know. I say I'm so small, guys, so I can't exactly keep a ton of inventory. Like most of the time, I don't have any traps in inventory because there's too much overhead on traps and not really any um, profit on them, and I don't do a lot of orders. Now, if I was constantly doing a lot of orders every week, I could, but right now I don't, so I can't keep that much. So, other people buy stuff like that. Yeah. Santa garage show, yeah, I understand that. It's like when I had my outdoor store. I used to have people coming there all the time that basically just want me to give them stuff. Like they'd be looking at my shirts, like, "Oh, those are pretty cool shirts." I was like, "Oh, thank you." They're like, "Man, I'd wear it all the time if you gave me one." It's like I bet you would, but I can't do that. I paid money to have the shirts made. I can't just give them away. They weren't given to me. And people all the time, like at the trapping conventions, my hats, they're all my hats are $20. It doesn't matter if it costs me $18 to get the hat made or 15 or 16. All my hats are $20. I have a lot of people that pick it up. And they're like, "That's a nice hat. How much?" I'm like, $20. They're like, $20. I'm like, yeah. They're like, that's a lot of money for a hat that just has your name on it. They're like, there should be like $5. And I'm like, they cost me like 15 to $18 to make myself. They're like, well, that's just too much. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry you think that, but I mean, I can't make money if I'm out here giving away $15 hats for free all the time. I hear about 35 times a day. What is your special? Every time I want to smack the taste like you know, and the rest. Yeah. I appreciate that, Jamie. I forgot you had that coming up. That's awesome. Yeah, I know how that is. There's people, some people are just, I don't know. They don't understand. It's like I say, there's people out there that think just because you own your own business that you're super wealthy and you're doing really well for yourself just because you own a business. It's like, no, that's not really how that goes. it's like there might be times where I'm doing really well, but most of the time it's like barely skimping by. Like people, a lot of people just don't understand what it takes to own your own business. They think you own your own business, you just you know get paid a ton of money, and it's like that's not how that goes. Yeah, not every pizza's fun. I mean, I get that. I've been into places where they have like those $5 and $6 pizzas, and people be like, "Can I get one? But can I get like pepperoni and sausage on it with maybe some olives?" I'm like, well, yeah, we can do that, but they'll be like, it'd be like 8.59. Well, no, it's $5 pizza or $6 pizza, and they're like, no, it's that's one topping pizza. And they're like, well, I just want to add like olives to it and stuff, and they're like, well, it's not a one topping pizza no more. Like, people are just dumb. People want you to give them stuff anymore. This is what happened when they stopped teaching business math in middle schools. Pretty much. Target clearance sale was 35, now 20. They would sell for. Yeah, the Ray Ban on my head. This ain't even a Ray Ban. What is this? Foster Grant. This is one of those $7 specials from Walmart. Yeah, that is Foster Grant. Literally, the most expensive thing I'm wearing right now is this hat. I think this shirt was like $5 at Walmart. My shorts were like $8. These were, I think, like these were $7 or $8 at Walmart. Trapper J wristband, free. So yeah, this hat is the most expensive. Well, I guess maybe my wedding ring. That could be the most expensive thing I'm wearing. Lucky you, I have those sunglasses and I can't wear them anymore. You can't wear them anymore? How come? My wife likes to wear them, but she has to wear glasses and she can't get any decent sunglasses that she can wear with her glasses. And she don't like the automatic tinted ones because when you like come inside, they're dark for too long. It takes too long for them to like go back clear. Prescription glasses, yeah, that's a problem my wife has. Yeah, I don't know. That's just how people are. It's like I said, when you go to the conventions, there's literally a lot of people that like carry a notebook with them, and they go to table, writing down what they want, and they'll go table to table, writing the prices down, and then they'll go to each table and buy the table that was the cheapest. Get prescription sunglasses. Yeah, well, those are expensive, and insurance don't cover sunglasses. As like I said, like the automatic tinted ones that tint when you go outside and stuff. When you come back in, they um, take too long to go back to clear or whatever, and she don't like that. Well, we just got a really good like 10-second downpour. Yeah, I don't know. She has a hard time with contacts too. About the only time she wears contacts is when we're at the creek swimming. She don't really like contacts. Uh, LASIK surgery. Mhm. Now you're talking about something that costs thousands of dollars. Most brand name sunglasses can be made in prescription. My wife has pretty bad vision. I don't know, these sunglasses do me just fine. I like them. I've had these for. I had them. I think I bought them last summer. So they're doing me pretty good. Nice camera. High roller. Yeah, my wife, she has astigmatism in both eyes, I think. I just wear my sunglasses the rest of the time. So you guys can see the chat on my phone. You can see me twice. And all the junk that's on the table. From egg cartons to sunflower seeds to wipies, electric bill, my prescription pills, all that junk. Well, there's the water bills too. And my Bible. Contacts will be super high, yeah. My wife was at her old, when we worked in the kitchens at the Walmart headquarters, the vision insurance she had, you could either get a pair of glasses every year or uh, contacts. So one year she got contacts and she didn't really like them. It was supposed to, what was it? I'll say it was like a 3 month supply of contacts. And she's probably had them for 4 years, probably. Zenny Optical has glasses cheap. Uh, I don't know. Wife has hospital insurance, which is awesome. Pays $200 a month. Nice. Are you all under that insurance? If you would have got insurance for the entire family, it would have been fun. Yeah, that's expensive. That's my brother. He has insurance, and I think he pays like $215 every paycheck just for himself. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's $215 a month. I don't know. That's awesome, Jamie. I think he pays $215 a month just for himself. But he has higher dollar insurance because he's had a lot of back problems. I'm dealing with my stupid insurance now because my specialist doctor is not in the network of my insurance. But I talked to my insurance, and my insurance is fine with accepting them and paying for it. All my doctor would have to do is accept the insurance, but I can't get a hold of anybody over there that is able to help me. I called literally at least every other day for 3 weeks and left many voicemails and got forwarded many times and still never got anywhere. Nobody was ever able to help me. Ladies cost more for insurance. I don't know. Well, the problem with it is most men, they don't go to the doctor until they absolutely have to. Like, they're dying and then they will go. Women, between childbirth and stuff like that, they go quite a bit more often and they have to go to like the OBs and stuff. So I think they use it more. Damn, my driver did a 14-hour shift. 194 tips and mileage. That's awesome. But I don't know. That's not like great, I guess. What would that equal out? That would equal out to about $12 an hour. 14-hour shift. And I think that equals to about $12, $13 an hour. If you work 14 hours. About $12, $13 an hour. So I mean, it's decent money, I guess. Not great money. If you want to put in a 14-hour shift every day. That don't make sense. His average was 23.36 an hour. He would have made closer to like 250. Because 10 hours would have been $233. Well, it's just tips and mileage. I see. What do they make per hour though? I think a lot of those drivers make, they make $7 an hour, something like that. I don't know. I know there's some waitresses around here in some of the little nicer places. They make like $5 an hour. But uh, on good nights they'll make five to $600 in tips. 400 a day, yeah. But I mean that's hard on your vehicle too. Making all those short trips. 150 still. Yeah, our Missouri minimum wage right now is 11.15 an hour, but it's different for like waitresses and stuff like that. Scab. Scab, your problem is asking. All right, Judith and Dan, thanks for stopping in. Hope you have a great night. We'll catch you on the next one. As I said, just don't ask. And I don't know what the tip is, or the tip, good lord, the taxes on tips are, but if they're like added to the bill, they get taxed, and there's a higher tax on tips than there is on like hourly wages. Open carry, so no hiding it. I can still carry. Of course, in Missouri we can still carry without a permit, so. Mr. Somebody, yeah. Scab definitely doesn't want to get attacked by a Hawaiian pizza. Urban carry holster, so no one knows when I have it, when I don't. Yeah. Yeah, my old manager, he I used to get quarterly bonuses, and they would add it to the check as a gift, and it would have like a 45% tax, which was ridiculous. You know, they get $200 bonus, and they'd only get like $112, something like that, and it's like that's ridiculous. I have never seen an urban carry holster, but I can still carry. Mr. Somebody bigger gun, yeah. Started doing what to you this year? You get a bonus every other pay. Awesome. Yeah, that's why a lot of companies, for their bonuses, they started giving gift cards or Visa cards, because it's still a tax write-off for them, and uh, it doesn't. They don't have to pay taxes on it, pretty much, or the employee don't have to pay taxes on it. Sometimes it's 1,500, sometimes a little less. You get a $1,500 bonus every other payday. Goodness. Your bonuses are more than I make in a month. I don't know what that noise is. Get 15% of our profit. That's awesome. We should we should all become store managers for Domino's then. Scab, but for most cities that's really not a time. You need them down this way bad. I'm not moving there. I feel like if people knew that they were going to get bonuses like that, you would have more people doing it. The problem with it is most people don't want to put in any work, or most people just aren't um, capable of doing it. Like, the majority of people are not capable of owning their own business. They're just not. And even if you know how to run your own business, it's still hard. It doesn't even have to be your own business, it could be any business. Most people are just not good with, I won't say most, there's a lot of people that ain't good with numbers. There's a lot of people that aren't good with leadership and authority. And I mean, you add all those things together, and there's really not a lot of people that are good with, you know, being a manager or an owner or anything like that. All the critters you could catch and all the stray cats. But yeah, you own 3 businesses. Awesome. Seeing as how the population of the entire country. Yeah, I don't know. I've owned an outdoor store. I'm doing what I'm doing now. I had the scent business where I made like the bath bombs, the bath salts, ear candles, all that stuff. I mean, I've owned a few businesses. I've ran a kitchen, a multi-million-dollar a year kitchen. So, alright, set on son. You have a good night. Appreciate you coming in, chatting with us. We'll see you on the next one. I'm probably going to jump off here soon. Uh, yeah, it's 12:15, 12:17. Sold 2 and shut down the third for I lost money. Well, that's no good. It's the thing about owning businesses. I mean, it's not always about how good of a business person you are or how good you are doing it. I mean, there's a lot of things that take into the fact or the consideration of a business. Like when I had my outdoor store, there just wasn't the business in the area for me to continue that business going. Uh, I did pretty well, but I sold everything online. I wasn't selling hardly anything in the store, and that's why I closed the store. Uh, I would do really well online, and I would put all that money back into the store via rent, insurance, electric, whatever. So that's why I decided to close the store and just go online. Well, now the world's just, been going like this ever since. So people just don't have the money to spend anymore, especially for what I did, the hunting supplies, fishing, trapping, stuff like that. This is all things that are like hobbies and things people like to do. They're not really a necessity. So if the world is in a struggle, and I mean, just like right now with groceries and food and utilities and everything being just crazy, people don't have the money to spend on their hobbies and stuff like that anymore. So for someone like me that's got a small business in the outdoor industry, it's very, very, very hard to continue it, to keep it going when everybody's struggling. So that's why I'm trying to branch out into making like the seasonings, the hot sauces, and all the other stuff that I got, working in. Grandfather owned a few construction companies, but got himself in trouble for embezzlement. Yeah, that's not good. That's the problem with a lot of people is there's a lot of people that just can't be trusted with money, and that's what gets me with like Taco Bell and McDonald's and stuff. They'll have these 18, 19-year-olds that will be the shift manager. And it's like you're trusting this 19-year-old to have the code to the safe and to, you know, fill drawers, pull drawers. Like you're trusting this 18, 19-year-old with thousands of dollars. Like, how many 19-year-old shift managers have probably just emptied the uh, safe and left? It's crazy. Talk about buying a boat and doing river fishing charters. I know some people do that. Legally, you have to. What is it? Legally, to do that, you have to get like your uh, captain's license, pretty much. Like you, of course, have to have your regular boating license. Then you have to get like a commercial license, like a captain would have to get, because you're gonna have customers aboard your vessel. I have a friend that just started doing that, and he had to do a whole bunch of classes and stuff. Oh, yeah, I used the seasoning from the box and sent neighbor help last week. Turned out good. That's awesome, Scab. I'm glad you liked it. I said he did 1 million on his old farm, but no, I don't know. Who knows? That's the problem with it. I mean, and it's not always just taking money that come into embezzlement. A lot of the times it's like people saying they spent this amount of money on this when they never did. And that's how a lot of embezzlements start. Like, people will say, oh, I had to buy this for $500 for the business, when they just took that $500 and stuck it in their own pocket. Well, eventually that gets caught. Well, once they catch that, they're going to go back year after year after year, year after year after year, and they're going to find these things that you've said you bought, but you don't really have any proof that you bought it. And that's going to get in trouble. There was a person here that worked for the state in the courthouse, and she got fired for uh, basically stealing money from the courthouse and stuff like that. Well, most people were thinking, oh, she was, taking boatloads of money home. Uh, well, I mean, that's not what she was doing. She was writing off like speeding tickets. Like, she would get a speeding ticket from somebody she knew. Well, she would just write it off as paid when it never got paid. Well, they found a bunch of these that had happened that way, and they realized that that's what was going on. Had a business partner embezzled 25,000 from me. That sucks. Takes 20 days. That's up in your, yeah. It's crazy. That's what people don't understand. Like, I just read I watched a video about Steve Harvey and his tax guy. When he did his taxes every year, and he would say, you know, you owe the IRS, $800,000. So Steve Harvey, write the check, sign it, and give it to him. Next year, same thing. You owe 500,000. Write the check, give it to him. you owe 1.3 million. Write the check, give it to him. Well, this guy had worked for Steve Harvey for uh, years, and he ended up passing away. Well, he had hired a new tax guy to take over his taxes. Well, I guess the guy that was his tax guy that died, it was his assistant or his daughter or something, called Steve and said, "Hey, we found a bunch of your tax forms with checks stapled to them." He's like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, there's a whole stack of papers here uh, of your tax forms from previous years with checks stapled to them." So, he was looking at them. He called the IRS, and apparently for like 4 or 5 years, Steve Harvey, his taxes had not been paid. Basically, when he wrote Steve Harvey, or when Steve Harvey wrote the guy a check, the guy would staple it to his tax form, throw it in a box, and then pull that much money out of his account. So Steve Harvey would, he would see that he wrote an $800,000 check to the IRS. Well, his account showed there was $800,000 missing now. So he just, thought, the check came out basically. Well, the guy was stealing his money pretty much. And he found out that he owed all this money, and uh, between that and penalties, he ended up having to pay like $9 million to get out of whatever you would call it from the IRS. I don't know if those were the exact numbers, but it was like that. Steve Harvey's West Virginia guy. That's awesome. Hey Derek, how you doing tonight? Appreciate you coming in. I just watched another video that was very similar to that from Dane Cook. Uh, his brother worked for him and did a lot of stuff for him. Well, I guess he had bought a house I think he said he bought a house in California, and he was wanting to move his business from where they were to California. Well, his brother did not want to do that, and I guess he had hired a new manager in California that was going to help take over this new business or whatever he was trying to move. His brother, I guess, was fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. Didn't want to do this. Well, I guess the guy that was setting up his new thing called Dane and said, "Hey, you don't have no money to do this." He said, "What do you mean I don't have no money?" He's like, "All your money's gone." Well, come to find out, his brother was like slowly stealing his money, and it was just crazy. But they ended up proving what happened, and the IRS like forgave it all or something like that. I don't know. It was crazy. Doing good now that I got power and cell service back. Yeah. Not having cell service was horrible. His brother screwed me through. Yeah. So you seen that, Jamie? So I don't want to tell the whole story because it'd take too long to tell it. But yeah, his brother like stole everything he had, and his brother's in prison now. Whether it get bad your way, yeah, we've been getting some crazy flooding. Um, we're flooded like big time. A lot of our businesses this morning were flooded. They've shut down. Like 7 or 8 of the highways got shut down today because of the rain, the water being over the road in spots. A lot of the creeks, I think, are like 20 feet high, higher than normal. So yeah, we've been getting lots of rain. I think they said in the last 24 hours we've got like between 5 and 6 inches of rain. We're supposed to get another inch or two tonight, and we keep getting like scattered showers, I guess you could say. Like every hour we'll get like 10 or 15 seconds of hard rain and then it just quits. So, yeah, it's crazy. Seeing it on the podcast, yeah. Yeah. You gotta love that scam. Derek, I think it was kind of like those I can do it cheaper kind of things. I know a guy. Somebody said I know a guy that can do it cheaper. I gotta get a haircut soon. Recently new to the country. You know, did somebody hire them in the parking lot of Home Depot? It's a joke. It's a joke. But yeah. Uh yeah. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, guys. It's getting pretty late, so I'm gonna head off here. I appreciate everybody coming on here tonight and chatting with me. Uh, I'll see you all next time. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week and a great weekend. Lowe's, we don't have a Home Depot. Yeah. I get that, Scab. We got a Lowe's that's not too far away. Then we got a Home Depot up in Rogers. We have Ace Hard. We got them all here. Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, hope you all have a great night and a great weekend. I'll probably go live again next week. Like I said, usually Iowa goes live Friday, Trapper J goes live Saturday, Boxy goes live on Sunday. So I'll probably go live next week. Appreciate y'all for coming in. Hope y'all have a great night and a great weekend. And I'll catch you on the next one.